Hey y'all, today we're going to be making these cute little fruit tarts or cream cheese tarts or cookie cups or fruit cups or mini fruit pizzas or whatever you want to call them. So what you're going to do is start out by preheating your oven to 350, and then I'm going ahead and just spraying my muffin pan really good. And, because we don't want this to stick in there. We got to be able to get it out of there, right? So what you're going to need is a little pack of this cookie dough. Now, you can make the cookie dough from scratch if you want to. I just didn't want to today. So I just used a pack of the cookie dough from the store. You can also get the pre-cut cookies if you want to use those. Now, the difference with those, though, is if you use the pre-cut cookies, they come in a little tiny ball. So those you would want to do like in a mini muffin pan. And these I'm doing in a regular size muffin pan. So this is one of the smaller rolls of dough. They have the really big ones. This is the smaller one. So I was just cutting it, trying to get it cut into equal pieces, and I wasn't counting, but close enough, right? I had 12, little muffin cups to fill, and I think I cut this into like 14 pieces, but you'll see what I do with it in a minute just to fix it. So what you're going to do is take each one of your little cookie disc things, and you're just going to put them right down in the bottom of your muffin pan. Now, you do not have to press this in, push it up the sides, or do any of that stuff. All you got to do is lay it in there, and it's going to do the work all by itself. Because instead of being able to spread out like it would do on a cookie sheet, it's going to kind of spread up, if that makes sense. So what I did with the extra pieces of cookie I had, the extra two little things that I cut, I just took and kind of shoved those down in the sides where the cookies weren't like perfectly round. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of make everything fit a little bit better. And it doesn't affect how these come out looking because they're all just going to kind of melt down and cook anyway. Does that make sense? So anyway, just do the best you can, y'all. So what you're going to do, once you get these all nice and put into your muffin pan, and you don't have to press them down. Matter of fact, don't press them down because you got to be able to get them out, and we'll see. I have to fight with mine a little bit. Put them in the oven, cook them for 15 minutes. So while our cookies or our little cups are cooking, we're going to go ahead and get our filling mixture done. Now, I used 2 blocks of cream cheese, and I did, y'all. I set these out the morning before I made these, so they were nice and soft. Aren't y'all proud? I was so proud of myself because I always forget. But the filling that I'm doing is the same filling that I use pretty much like when I make the little cream cheese and crescent roll thing. I'll link that video if y'all want to check that out. So 2 blocks of cream cheese, about a teaspoon of vanilla, and then normally I add about a cup, maybe a little more than a cup of sugar when I make the crescent roll one. But I thought, man, that looked like an awful lot of sugar. So, you want it to be sweet because it is a dessert, but I didn't want it to be too sweet since I was using cookies for the bottom part of this. Not just like a normal dough that's not really, really sweet. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up only using about 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And look, y'all, I know y'all miss me flinging stuff all over the kitchen. So here you go. Here you go. I know I'm fancy now, and normally I use the stand mixer, but you know what? I didn't feel like it was called for 2 blocks of cream cheese and a little bit of sugar. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just get your little hand mixer out and mix this right on up. Just mix it until it's really good and smooth, because we don't want it like real hard to deal with or big chunks of cream cheese. You know what I'm saying? You want it really smooth. Now, if you're really fancy, you could get a piping bag or even a Ziploc bag and cut the corner out of it and kind of squeeze these into the cups. But I'm fancy, y'all, but I ain't quite that fancy yet. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to spoon it in there. So once those cups come out of the oven, now you see how they already kind of formed cups by themselves, and you could just leave it like this. You could just go ahead and leave it like this. But I had this handy dandy tart tamper that I bought after I had made some what were they called? Pecan Tassies. I think I made them around Christmas time. I'll link that video for you too if you want to check it out because they were really good. But I didn't have one of these, so I bought one. I can't remember if I got it off of Amazon or if I got it off of Temu, but I'll link it if I can find it. So here we are. I didn't spray good enough, and then I pressed the darn things into my muffin pans. So mistake 1 and 2. What you're going to have to get these out of here. If you have a silicone muffin pan, it would be perfect. So I tried, turning them upside down and bopping them out. That didn't work. Then I tried my little rubber spatula. Well, I couldn't get it down around in the side. So I was just showing y'all all the different things I tried so you won't waste your time. So what I finally ended up doing was just getting a little butter knife and just kind of poking around on the sides, and then they popped right on out. And y'all can see clearly that I washed up some blueberries and I washed and cut up some strawberries because that's all the fruit that I had when I made these. So that was the fruit that I decided, to use. It would be really nice with like some dragon fruit or maybe some kiwi or something would be really pretty. But anyway, I had strawberries and blueberries, so that's what I'm using. So once you get all your little cups out, look how cute these little cups are, y'all. And they're just sugar cookies, so they're already good. You don't even have to put stuff in them. You could just eat the cup if you wanted to. So I just got like a little teaspoon, and I am just going to put just a little scoop of the cream cheese filling right into each one of my little cups. Now, I thought it would come off that spoon a little easier, but it did not want to come off, so I had to help it just a little bit. My hands are clean, I promise. So anyway, you're just going to fill each one of these little cups up with however much of this stuff you want. And these turn out pretty big. Like they're the size of a muffin, right? So I would say if you're going to do these like for a crowd, make them in the mini muffins. Like if you have the roll of cookie dough, just cut it into smaller pieces. Does that make sense? Because it's a lot. Like you really could share these because it's a good bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a good bit of sweetness in one of these little cups. It don't look like a whole lot, but it really is. Look how pretty that is. It almost looks like a little dunce cap and some eyeballs and a nose, though. I didn't notice that till just now. Well, there you go. But anyway, so you're just going to add whatever fruit you have right onto the top of your little cream cheese mixture. And that's it, y'all. Look how stinking cute these are. I'm going to make these for 4th of July because I think I'm hosting 4th of July at my house this year. My family will correct me if I'm wrong. But I think I'm going to make these, but I'm going to make the little tiny ones because they are super cute and they're really, really good, y'all. So, all right, that's it for this video. I'll pop y'all another video over here, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.